Today in Star Citizen began the annual ship sale, an event in which players can pick up ships not usually readily available. But alongside this, at 10 PM UTC becomes a free fly event for all people with a Star Citizen account, meaning that you can log in, get in the game, and try out any of the ships available in the Expo for free. This video aims to tell you which ships are actually worth your time for today. And with over 100 ships to fly over the 2-week period of the event, and an Expo hall as large as this, it's probably going to be a bit useful knowing which ships aren't worth your time. For the uninitiated, this year's IAE is situated on the snowy planet of Microtech. Ideally, on the main menu screen, select from the drop down menu New Babbage, which is the city that the Tobin Expo Centre is located in. Otherwise, you're going to have to fly across the Stanton system to get here. The Tobin Expo Centre, where the IAE event is held, has been conveniently added to the current Metro Loop line. So as soon as you arrive here or spawn in your hab, exit the hab, enter an elevator, go downstairs, jump on one of the tubes following the signs, and you'll arrive quickly at the Tobin Expo Centre. Climb some stairs and follow the signs a bit further and you'll find yourself here in the Tobin Expo's lobby. It's in here you can use in-game credits to buy merch from your favourite manufacturers, but more importantly can access the show floor from the elevators located at the back of the room. Exit the elevator and you'll find yourself here in the main convention room, and this is where the fun begins. This is just the main hall, but throughout the halls you'll find a handy place to eat and drink. You can buy ship weapons, which the size of them will definitely make you feel insecure. You can also buy ship systems to upgrade the ships you're running, including power plants and generators. And finally, located downstairs is a handy area to view upcoming ships on the holodecks. But as mentioned before, this video is designed to give you a quick idea of what the ships do and whether they're worth your time to rent. Just a quick note before we start, in order to rent a ship, walk directly up to it, press and hold the F key by default, which is the interaction mode. If you're at the right distance away, a rent option should appear, which will open up the Mobiglass in order to confirm. After this, the ship will be added to your fleet and ready to spawn from any space station in the game. So finally, let's get into it. In the main hall, we'll be tackling the ships in this order.
Perfect!
Today's main hall is sponsored by Argo Astronautics, and they specialise in industrial ships for logistics. Note the lovely shade of traffic cone orange. Up first we have the Argo MPUV Cargo, a cargo ship used for transporting commodities onto larger capital class ships typically. It's a slow, clunky one-man ship, with a really menacingly lit seat in the rear cargo hold. Thanks to the small amount of SCU it's able to carry and just better cargo ships being available soon, this is not worth your time. Up next we have the Argo MPUV Personnel. As the name suggests, this one's designed to drop people off in capital ships across the verse. As a result of it being a dropship and there being a lot of other dropships in the game, which are quite frankly much better than this 8-seater or 9-man crew ship, we are again not recommending this one. Finally, the last of Argo's available flyable ships is the Argo Mo. Now, this is a multi-crew ship for 4 people, meaning it has 1 bed per crew member for a total of 4, which can be used to log off in between play sessions, a small mess hall area in order for the crew to sit down and take breaks in. If you can get the full complement of 4 crew members together, or at least a minimum of 3 I'd say, then this is an absolutely fantastic ship to fly around in. It will test your abilities as a crew to work as a cohesive team, and is actually one of the more fleshed out aspects of Star Citizen's gameplay with mining. As a result, from TDC, this has earned the Hot Award, and we do recommend trying this one out. Use the yellow stairs to head down below to find the next vehicles. Here we have the Grey Cat Buggy. It's effectively the golf cart of the entire game. It's not very useful, it's quite slow, not recommended. Across from that is one of the most recommended ground vehicles from Star Citizen players around the verse. It's the Grey Cat Rock. It's a single seat mining buggy, meaning you can go on solo expeditions on your own, mining up valuable ores in order to make yourself nice and rich. Problem is, on its own, especially in a free fly where you haven't got a ship big enough, there's no way to transport this thing around. Meaning today we're just going to give it the OK label. But if you do have a ship that can transport it around, definitely take this one for a test drive. Back upstairs, use the map to orient yourself. Go and find Apex Hall 2 and 3. Here you'll find the Consolidated Outland part of the entire expo. Before I get into this one, I have to leave a disclaimer. At the time of recording, there's a weird bug going on with the Consolidated Outland lineup. 4 of the ships are actually different and are based on the same model. Problem is here, all of the exteriors of the ship have the same colours and the same model of the base ship, the Mustang Alpha. You'll see what I mean in a second. This is the order we'll go through them.
Perfect.
Up first is the Mustang Omega, the racer of the Mustang variants. It's fast, nimble and not worth your time. Later on in IAE, there'll be more focused racing ships for you to try out. Next up is the Mustang Beta, the self-proclaimed camper van of the series, as behind the pilot seat is a small area, and I mean a very small area, complete with a kitchenette, bed and a toilet. While this will be particularly useful on any solo outings, there's not much of a use for this ship. It's nice and it was cool when it was released, but it's literally been outdone today by the 5th ship we have in our list. As a result, not recommended. Third is the Mustang Delta, the military version of the ship, which is meant to be a cool green colour. There's one reason and one reason only I'd recommend this ship, and that's because it has 24 dome fire missiles and is the only ship in the game that does so, meaning that you can literally just set these missiles up and fire them in a silo one by one in a straight line for very good damage. Great for ground assaults, and as a result, I'm going to give this ship the OK. Finally is the Mustang Alpha, the ship that all the other ships have the glitch skin for. It's one of the small light fighter basic starter ships for the game. It has a measly 4 SCU of cargo which doesn't even work yet, and ironically you've probably been gifted 100i, which is far superior in every way earlier today. Not recommended. Which leads us on to today's final ship, and let me spoil it for you. This ship is hot, and that's because it just got released. This ship is a futuristic pickup truck effectively. It's a one-man solo crewed ship with living quarters and a bed, but its main striking feature, apart from the grav-lev landing gear it has which leaves it hovering above the floor no matter where you land it, is the fact it has an open air cargo hold in the back. It also features 2 gun racks, this peculiar window to keep an eye on your cargo, this storage cupboard, the toilet located here, and plenty of access points for the internal components such as the power plant, shield generators and quantum drive. The exterior of the ship manages to scream form over function, but the same isn't true for the insides. You'll find the interior to be far more spacious and cozier than its cousin the Mustang Beta, giving ample space to move around plus the same amenities the other ship had, alongside even more component access in the ceiling. Moving on into the cockpit, you'll notice a very unique design in the fact that it has one wraparound giant touchscreen in order to control all of the systems on the ship. From here you can also of course lower the cargo bay that you find out back, which yes, does have a ramp which reaches the ground, and yes, can fit a grey cat rock. Currently there's an annoying bug where you can't actually rent this ship, or at least we think it's a bug, but as soon as it does, this ship is hot and I recommend checking it out. We've got a lot of testing to do with those grav-lev landing gears just to see what they're capable of, but also be noted that this is a brand new ship. Please do expect some bugs as it was released straight to flyable. And that's it for this Star Citizen focused video. We're a fairly new channel, so if you enjoyed what you saw today, please be sure to drop a like down below, comment with your thoughts, negative and positive, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more in the future, keep on doppying, and we'll see you in the next one.